Welcome to today's meditation. We are going to focus on something very tiny yet powerful, finding the natural pause that exists between a stimulus and our response. This practice is particularly helpful when you notice yourself reacting quickly to situations, thoughts, or emotions. We will cultivate the skill of finding that brief moment of choice that always exists, even when it feels like our reactions are automatic. If at any point this practice feels overwhelming or brings up difficult emotions, please feel free to return to simply following your breath or pause the practice entirely. Your well being always comes first. Find a comfortable position with your spine naturally upright. You can be seated on a cushion or chair or couch. You can be lying down on the floor or a firm mattress. Let your spine be erect, your posture alert, yet you are comfortable and relaxed. Let us take three deep breaths in and out, allowing each exhale to help you arrive more fully over here. Now let us notice our breath, not to control it, but simply to observe its natural rhythm. If you pay close attention, you can notice the moment when an in breath begins, the space at the top of the inhale, and the moment when the exhale begins, and the natural pause at the bottom before the next breath starts. These pauses are always present, but they are often so tiny we fail to notice them. They are micro moments of stillness between each movement of breath. Let your attention rest in one of these natural pauses, perhaps the brief space at the end of your exhale just before the next inhale begins. This pause is where choice lives. It is the space between what happens to us and how we respond. I will now guide you through imagining a mildly challenging situation. Don't choose something which is extremely triggering or traumatic for you. We are going to practice finding the pause even in the middle of reactivity. And so you still need to choose a situation which is annoying and frustrating, but which is not overwhelming or traumatic. Bring to mind a small frustration from your day. Maybe someone cut you off in the traffic. There was a delayed response to an urgent message you've sent, or any other minor inconvenience. Nothing too intense, but something that creates a small ripple of annoyance. Notice what happens in your body when you recall the situation. Maybe there is a slight tension, a quickening of breath, a shift in your posture. Just observe these reactions with curiosity. Now, here's the key. Imagine hitting a gentle pause button right in the middle of that reactive moment, like slow motion in a movie. In this pause, you are not trying to stop or change your reaction. You're simply creating a moment of conscious awareness. In this pause moment, you might notice, oh, my shoulders just tensed up, or I can feel my jaw tightening, or there is a story starting in my mind about the situation. This is the pause where choice emerges. Not necessarily the choice to have a different reaction. Instead, I invite you to reframe it as the choice to respond consciously rather than automatically. Let us practice this again with something even smaller. Maybe you can imagine hearing a sound that is annoying, a car alarm, noise from a construction site, or someone talking really loudly nearby. Notice your initial internal response and then find the pause. In this space, you might recognize irritation is arising inside me, or I have this thought that this should not be happening. I have this thought that this is unpleasant. The pause doesn't eliminate the irritation, it simply creates space around it. Space where you can choose how to relate to what you're experiencing. This pause is always available, even in the most reactive moments. It might be tiny at first, just a split second of awareness, but it is always there. Now let's return to your breath and practice finding these natural pauses with each breathing cycle. Each pause is an opportunity to reset, to choose your next moment consciously. As we close today's practice, remember that you have just strengthened the skill that you can use throughout your day. Anytime you notice yourself reacting quickly, look for that pause in your breath between the exhale and next inhale, that moment of choice between what happens and how you respond. Remember, this isn't about being emotionless or stopping your natural reaction. It's not about vilifying yourself or your natural responses as uncouth or unpleasant. It is about becoming more conscious in how you meet life's moments. Now, let us take one last deep breath in, hold, and exhale out. And as you move into the day, I hope that you will carry this skill, this practice with you. The pause is always waiting for you, my friend. Whenever you are ready, open your eyes if they were closed, wiggle your fingers and toes, and return to the present moment in your life. Thank you for practicing with me today.